Howdy there, Coastal Bend. We had a couple rain showers out there this afternoon and still currently you can see out here towards the brush country in Duval County. Got a little couple showers out there, though they haven't been dropping all too much rain from what I've seen. Those showers going to continue to clear out of here, and then we'll see some clouds start to join into the mix overnight. The winds do lay down quite a bit, so we will see the potential for some patchy fog around the area again overnight tonight. Temperatures overnight going to be just a degree or two warmer than we were last night, so think mid 70s around most of the Coastal Bend, 75 here in Corpus Christi. Tomorrow afternoon 94, so it's going to be nice and toasty. We could see the potential for a spotty shower like we have today as well as yesterday, though not really showing up on here because they would be so small and short-lived. Going into Monday night, 76, so again another degree warmer with the mix of clouds, those light winds, a little bit of fog. But then Tuesday our rain chances do go up just a little bit more. I'm thinking about a 20% chance or so, and our temperatures as a result going to be just a smidge below what they were on Monday. Let's talk about the Saharan dust now. Over the next day or so, not going to be a problem. It's all moved out of here, that plume from this past week. Going into Tuesday night and Wednesday, though, we do have our next plume in on the way, but it shouldn't be quite as thick or as long-lived as this past one was. And speaking of the dust, we don't expect any activity in the tropics on the Atlantic side of things, but out in the Pacific, we do still have these two storms, Celia and Blas. They're both expected to continue moving out into the Pacific Ocean. Tropical storm Blas expected to pretty much deteriorate over the next day or so and almost stationary, but Celia expected to slowly turn to the northwest and become a Category 1 hurricane. Here in Texas, though, no threats to us, and that's partially thanks to this high pressure. Again, this Omega block that I talked about last night, the high pressure sandwiched in between the two low pressures, but while that keeps us warm and dry, that block is going to kind of move out of here as those low pressures move off, and this ridge just becomes very widespread and kind of squished across most of the United States, but we are going to stay nice and toasty down here in the Coastal Bend. As a result of this high pressure sliding back just a little bit more our way, those winds in the atmosphere, that's when we'll see the Saharan dust around Wednesday start to come down into here. But going into Friday, that ridge is still here, that high pressure, and we get even hotter going into this next weekend. The heat index, thankfully, not going to be as hot as we were this past week and weekend, but it's still going to be well over 100 degrees each day. And as those air temperatures go up and humidity joins back in, we could be back up into that dangerous category going into the weekend for the heat index. Speaking of that heat index, feels like almost 100 degrees out there right now, though we're sitting at 91. And by the time we get through to tomorrow morning, going to be down at 75 here in Corpus Christi and 70s around the rest of the Coastal Bend as well. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine for everyone. Just a light southeast breeze, 94 here in Corpus Christi, and a warmer morning than yesterday, and those heat indices just a little bit warmer than we were today thanks to a little bit more humidity, and that will continue into this week. The first day of summer looking pretty toasty at 93, and then the next couple days get a little bit hazier with the return of Saharan dust. Bill?
Thank you, Kristen.